Compared to other states our size, Oregon refers nearly twice as many children into foster care. There aren't enough foster parents to care for all of those kids.
I remember the first time I walked into Donnelly Long, I was, I think, pretty scared.
I ended up sleeping at the DHS office, like the longest they've ever had a kid there.
So, what's the fix?
Oh my God, do I really put money in this town?
So, should you? That may depend on when and where you're looking to buy. By 2030, sea levels could rise up to a foot. By mid-century, we're talking 2 feet. And by the end of the century, high tide could be 5 feet higher. That means low-lying areas like South Beach could be inundated with seawater. These neighborhoods may be too pricey for most budgets, but some inland areas will also feel the effects of sea level rise.
Shortly after World War II, a group of oil prospectors found black gold in Alberta, Canada.
Imperial Leduc number 1 struck oil.
The greatest oil discovery in Canadian history. But things have changed. Canada's oil patch has gotten a lot bigger. It's now home to the 3rd largest oil reserve in the world.
Florida produces about half of all the sugar produced in the U.S.
Sugar cane.
The nasty water full of nutrients from farming flows into Lake O. When the lake levels get too high, the water is released into canals, and it flows unfiltered to the coast, fertilizing massive algae blooms.
You might only get one chance, so take it. That just doesn't feel right somewhere down there.
Classical music is seen as a white, European, elitist musical sport. And that couldn't be further from the truth.
Hot dog. These girls are fantastic. There's nothing greater than to open a beehive and see them doing well.
They told me Mom had a stroke. I didn't know what to do. I just started crying, and then I just went to go dance. And all I just wanted to do was just do good for her. And that's what I'm doing now.
I'm hoping that someday I'm able to resolve all the problems that I have in this book.
I saw a South Asian American character on the screen, and I connected to that character. It's really been the reason why I do what I do today.
To win that, the Emerging Menswear Designer Award was breathtaking. But then it meant even more when we get a letter from like the Queen, Anna Wintour.
We're buying equipment, we look around, see what they have, and we start haggling over the price. So any questions?
No, sir.
Most of the public still thinks a recycler is a recycler and that they're going to recycle it right there in America. We're basically trying to stop the rich countries from dumping hazardous waste on the poorer countries.
There's a culture of silence that is part of Hanford's history.
It's a well-kept, in plain sight secret.
People don't believe.
Okay. 26.
We're finding most shellfish have plastic in them. There are all sorts of different colors. They're very small. All sorts of different shapes and sizes.
So when you eat clams and oysters,
You're eating plastic as well.
Billy Frank Jr. liked to say, I wasn't a policy guy, I was a getting arrested guy.
Game department packed me out and threw me in the car. I thought, who the hell is protecting us? Nobody. So I continued to get arrested.
The lexicon of grunge. Lane Stain. Harsh realm. Swinging on the flippity flop.
Why am I talking about Bigfoot? There are some scientists in the Pacific Northwest who think Bigfoot might be real.
You just need one.
Meaning?
One real one. And then you know that the species is real.
We project our imagination into these mysterious spaces. There's still places unexplored, unphotographed. There's still places people don't go, or don't go very often. Things are going on there that makes us different. Let's take a look.